John Ulzheimer is known as one of our nation's most recognized credit experts. Having worked for 28 years in the credit industry, John has become one of the most prolific speakers about credit and the go-to authority on answers to credit-related questions. Credit Countdown with John Ulzheimer.
Hello, my name is John Ulzheimer. I am a consumer credit expert, been in the credit industry for almost 30 years. Spent some time at FICO, which obviously the company behind the FICO credit scoring system, and Equifax, which is one of the 3 generally recognized credit reporting agencies. So today I'm going to be answering a question from a viewer, and the question that the viewer had was, I've heard a term that I've never heard before, mixed file. What is a mixed file? So this is actually an industry term that is thrown around within the credit reporting industry, but is not generally something that consumers would be familiar with simply because they don't hear that term very often. So I'm actually going to take this opportunity to not only talk about mixed files, but talk about some of the other common phrases that are used to explain the credit files that may not necessarily be the accurate file about you with any of the credit reporting agencies. So first, let's talk about a mixed file. A mixed file is an industry term used to describe a credit report that has information from more than one consumer on it. So this is not identity theft, where identity theft causes some fraudulent item to be on your credit report. That's different. Mixed file is legitimately an error at the credit reporting agency where their matching logic, meaning that the information that they use to associate information in their database with a particular consumer, is actually associating 2 different consumers on the same credit report. Hence, their file becomes mixed. So the problem, obviously, with mixed files is some of the information belongs to you, some of the information belongs to someone else, and you don't want someone else's credit information on your report. Even if it's good, you don't want it on your report. And there are scenarios, obviously, where your credit report can be mixed with another consumer, and that consumer has lousy credit, so their lousy credit appears on your credit report. Just to kind of give you an idea of relativity, just so you don't go running around thinking, oh my God, mixed files, it's a huge problem. Mixed files are so uncommon that I'm not even going to spend 7 minutes on this video discussing them because that's how uncommon they are. Mixed files are very, very rare, and they only occur if you have 2 people who are like a father and son who have the exact same name, the exact same address. So there's so much stuff, and they may have several digits of their social security number the same. So there's so much information about 2 people that is either identical or is really similar that the credit reporting system becomes confused and thinks that they're actually the same person, hence the term confused file. So mixed file, confused file are actually the same thing. So the next one is a duplicate file. By the way, these are all exclusive. They're not the same thing. A duplicate file is exactly what it sounds like. If you have 3 credit reports with one credit reporting agency or 2 credit reports with one credit reporting agency, then you have what's referred to as a duplicate credit file. It's obviously not good to have a duplicate credit file because the score generated from one of them may not be as good as the score generated from the other file, or may not necessarily be as good as the score that would be generated if you did not have duplicates. Some people refer to these just as dupes. So if you ever hear someone talking about credit reports and they talk about, yeah, I had a dupe the other day, that means duplicate file. It means they tried to pull a credit report for a particular consumer and they ended up getting multiple credit reports back. So there are ways that the credit reporting agencies can combine duplicate credit reports. So while this sounds like a huge problem, it really isn't. It's just a matter of kind of cosmetically merging the information. The last one is called a fragmented file. Some people refer to these as frags. And so if you hear people talk about, yeah, he had a fragged file or a frag, you can tell that us credit reporting types always talk in funny code. So a fragmented credit file is exactly what it sounds like. It's a credit report that does not contain all of your information that is in the credit reporting agency's database. So let's say that the credit reporting agencies have 10 accounts in their system that belong to you, but when they generate a credit report, only 2 of them end up on the credit file. So that's referred to as a frag, meaning that you're only getting a fragmented piece of the information that's in the credit reporting agency's systems. And obviously that's not good because you want as much information, as long as it's accurate, to be on your credit report as possible. so that the score that is generated is an accurate representation of your credit risk. So again, I want to put another word up here. Every single one of these situations is so rare that you'll probably never hear anybody use these terms again. But I wanted to at least take this opportunity to introduce some of these terms to you and answer the very nice viewer's question about mixed files. So if you have any questions about this, please drop them in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day.
For more videos and credit tips from John Ulzheimer, go to www.tradelinesupply.com.